You are responsible to release your potential. No one else can or will do it for you. Releasing some potential, however, does not mean that you will release all your potential. Redeeming all your potential requires that you protect your potential, cultivate your potential, share your potential, discover and obey the laws of limitation regarding your potential. These are the keys to maximizing potential. You can work hard to achieve a dream, but if you do not protect it, cultivate it, share it, and act within God's standards and directives, you will lose it. This loss occurs because knowing God's requirements and fulfilling them are two very different experiences. One is information, the other action. Many times, what should have been doesn't happen because somewhere between the dream and its completion, our great aspirations are crushed and destroyed. This is the work of the devil. Satan is our enemy. He wants to destroy the power of God within us so that God's glory is not revealed in us. No wonder Satan tries to steal our potential. He fears God's power within us because it is greater than He is. Therefore, our dreams, plans, and ideas are targets of His evil forces. The minute we have a good idea, the deceiver will send someone to criticize our dream because he cannot permit us to accomplish our vision. As long as you are only dreaming, he is safe and he will let you alone. When we begin to act on our dream, he will hit us full force. You are responsible to guard your dream and bring it to reality by safeguarding and protecting it from injury and loss. To do so, you must understand how Satan seeks to rob you of your destiny. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you 7 enemies of your potential so you will recognize them for what they are. Number 1, disobedience. The Bible repeatedly states that disobedience withholds God's blessings and rains His curses upon us. This is true because disobedience brings into our lives the natural God-ordained consequences of our actions. Jonah learned the consequences of disobedience when he boarded a ship going in the opposite direction from the city to which God was sending him. He nearly lost his life by drowning. In a similar situation, Lot's wife, in spite of God's commandment not to look back, sacrificed her life for one last look at the city she was fleeing from. Disobedience always ruins potential and hinders the attainment of our goals. You cannot persist in disobedience and maximize your potential. To maximize your life, you must submit to God's will in everything. Number 2, sin. Although the effects of disobedience and sin are similar, sin is a more basic illness because it is total rebellion against the known will of God, or to say it another way, a declaration of independence from your source. The resulting alienation from God destroys potential because we cannot know God if we do not have His Spirit. And His Spirit is the password to unlocking our potential. Sin, in essence, says, I know better than God. I can run my life without Him. Destroying your relationship with God through sin is suicide. You cannot become who God created you to be if you persist in rebellion against Him. Without God's Spirit living and working in you, you will die with your potential. Sin hinders the smooth flow of God's power within us. To maximize your life, you must avoid compromise with ungodliness. Number 3, fear. Personal development author Zig Ziglar defines fear as false evidence appearing real. Many dreams die because of fear. In his relentless campaign to destroy our potential, Satan employs two powerful weapons, two devastating enemies of potential: fear and doubt. Fear and doubt are related. Whenever one shows up, the other is never far behind. One of Satan's top faith-stealing strategies is to try to sow fear into our lives. He will do all sorts of drastic things and bring all manner of adversity across our paths in order to make us afraid, because he knows that where there is fear, there is no faith. Don't be so paralyzed by fear that you refuse to step out of your comfort zone. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. Therefore, to reach your highest potential, you must destroy fear with faith. Number 4, discouragement. Discouragement often grows out of impatience. When we become impatient, we get discouraged. Successful living in a world full of daily challenges calls for tough people who knows how to endure. Unfortunately, much potential is sacrificed on the altar of discouragement. Most things worth having requires patience and perseverance. No pianist plays perfectly the first time he touches the keys, nor does an athlete win a race the first time he runs. Many discouraging moments exist between an initial experience and the perfecting of a skill. Concert pianists and Olympic athletes aren't born. They move beyond their discouraging moments to perfect their innate skills. The same attitude is required of you to maximize your potential. God will not give you a dream unless He knows you have the talents, abilities, and personality to complete it. His commands reveals the potential He gave you before you were born. Those who are under military command, for example, just do what they are told. No matter how they feel about the command, they just obey it. You must respond the same way to God's commands. Even if you are feeling discouraged about completing the task, you must start it. Do what needs to be done, no matter how difficult or impossible God's commands feel. Then discouragement will have no opportunity to destroy your potential. To maximize your life, you must neutralize discouragement with hope. Number 5, procrastination. Excuses are the mother of procrastination. Sometimes we know what we should be doing, but we are hesitant to take that first step. We always intend to do it, but we never do it. Instead, we make excuses such as when my life gets less complicated, when I feel more confident, or after I pray about it more. Procrastination, the delaying of action until a later time, ruins potential. Procrastination is a serious enemy of potential. To maximize your life, you must destroy procrastination by eliminating all excuses and reasons for not taking action. Remember, if you wait for perfect conditions, you will never get anything done. Number 6, past failures. Too often, we are unwilling to take risks in the present because we have failed in the past. Perhaps the first story you sent to the magazine wasn't published, so you never wrote another story. Perhaps your first garden didn't produce many vegetables, so you never planted another garden. Perhaps your first business proposal didn't win the bank's approval, so you never started your own business and you are still working for someone else. Failure is only an incident. There is success deep behind every failure. Whenever you fail in achieving something, that is a great chance to start again. Don't be so paralyzed by the fear of failing that you refuse to try something new. Failure is never a reason to stop trying. Indeed, failure provides another opportunity to enjoy success. Refuse to be a loser no matter how many times you lose. It is better to try and fail than never to try at all. Remember, you cannot make progress by looking in the rearview mirror. To maximize your life, you must let the past be past and leave it there. Number 7, the opinions of others. Last but not the least is what I call other people's opinions. Most of us have had the experience of sharing a great idea with friends only to have them tell us 20 reasons why it won't work. Too often, such criticism prompts us to abandon our ideas because we wanted those with whom we share our dreams to approve of our plans. Forsaking dreams because others belittle them or say we are crazy for trying them ruins potential. So does changing our plans to suit the ideas and expectations of our family, friends, and business associates. Satan uses those closest to us whose opinions we value to get to our potential. He kills our vision by shaking our faith in God and our confidence in ourselves. You must beware of allowing the opinions of others to influence your decisions. Do not trust others to work for your good. Too often, folks you thought were for you will turn against you and destroy what you've been working to accomplish. Remember, you are required to perform for an audience of one, the Lord Jesus Christ. When He applauds, then you are successful. Get your encouragement and promotion from God. Tap into the heavenly realm and receive the confirmation of your plans from Him, because His opinion is the only opinion that counts. The opinions of others can destroy your potential if you permit them to touch your dreams and visions. To maximize your life, you must declare independence from the opinions and expectations of others. These are some of the enemies to your potential, inspired by my own contribution as well as the contributions of others. Therefore, I strongly urge you to rise up from your temporary fears, shake yourself, and step out once again on the road to becoming your true self. This is Chigozie Maxwell. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay safe.